asking, has anyone heard of Saipan? This is my topic, and Saipan is where I've grown up. And has anyone heard of Saipan? Yes. Yeah. Okay. First off, I'd like to give a small history about Saipan. Saipan was a landmark during the World War II. Saipan was the battlegrounds between the Japanese and American forces. It was that day on Saipan. It was during the years of 1943 and 1944. Basically, that's what makes Saipan a landmark and memorable. Going to the language, language spoken the basic languages spoken are English, Chamorro, Carlinian, and Chutes. But don't get me wrong, that's not the only languages spoken. There are a big range of ethnicity there. And as you can see from this graph, Filipinos also rate dominant there by having about 33% in their population in Saipan. So you can see here as well, there are a big mix, Micronesian, Korean. We have Americans there as well, and Japanese. I'd like to show you the map of Saipan. Here's now the Philippines, and Saipan goes down near the equator. So it's a really tropical, and it gives it has a lot of tropical storms, but aside from that, it's a very beautiful place. And here's the whole overview. It is a small island, so it's very chill there and it's very relaxed. So here you go, Saipan. The capital of Saipan. This is what we call Garita. It is the island's capital and by far the largest village. We don't have cities, so we call it villages. Most of the businesses occur in Garita because it is the center of business. And in Saipan, the main source of business is tourism. And since this has all the tourist attractions, such as the weekly street market, and it has all the other like hotels and the famous hotels as well. I'll talk about the weather now, and the weather is sunshine year-round. And aside from the tropical rainstorms, because it is a tropical island, there are some tropical depressions that occur. It rains and pours, but the weather is unpredictable. So, an experience I had was one when my house, it was perfectly fine. While my neighbor's house, it was raining cats and dogs. So you can never imagine what the weather is like. And here you can see, I put a picture of the famous attractions of Saipan. It is called the flame trees. As seen from afar, it gives you a vision that the trees are on fire. So, but they're not on fire, so it's an attraction that what causes a lot of people to go to Saipan. Now I'd like to give you a taste of what the Saipan food is about. Basically, it's island style, and I really miss it. First off, I talk about the pickled papaya, and in Saipan we call it coco. It is dipped in vinegar, and it's very sour yet spicy at the same time. Another specialty is the finadeni. The finadeni, when I found out there was no finadeni here, I kind of felt sad because this makes any meal, most of your appetizing meal, your main course meals, delicious. It is just a basic sauce, but with this basic sauce, it gives life to your cooking. And in addition, this is the island style barbecue. Beef ribs. Not like the normal barbecue. This has a special twist. As you can see the ingredients right there: onion, garlic, and the main normal things for a barbecue. But what makes this island style barbecue island style is the 1/2 bottle Johnny Walker maple scotch. Now, all the fiestas and all the parties, you cook barbecue, right? Now I want to focus it on here. That's why the music's strong. So because the beer makes it more, or the scotch, I'm sorry, the scotch makes it more lifelike, and what you do with the rest is you just drink it. So it makes the party go on. So I'd like to talk, like I said earlier about the street market. This is the attractions in Saipan. There's people all over the place, and as you can see, the parking, that's at night. Parking is abundant, but even at its abundance, it has its limitations. Another is the coconuts. The coconuts are very big in Saipan, and coconuts, there are several ways. You can drink it right from the coconut itself or ask them to make a juice for you. There's several island delicacies as well. And this is street market during the beginning where there's not much people. But come 7 p.m., 8 p.m., that place is crowded. So it is a very great attraction and lots of people go to it. Now I'll go back to we'll give you the real tour of Saipan. This is Saipan. You can see there are two famous cliffs. During the war, this was the battlegrounds, and it is inevitable for some people to be trapped. So during the war, when the soldiers got trapped, some would rather kill themselves, finding it more honorable way to die than losing to the enemy. So here's a famous cliff. It's called Bonsai Cliff. Some stories say it got its name from the war. Soldiers would rather jump off than be captured. So when they jumped off, they'd say bonsai. So that's how the rumor has it that's how it got its name. Another famous cliff is Suicide Cliff. As you can tell by its geography, it's the same metaphor. If the soldiers rather than being captured, they'd rather jump off and lose yourself. Okay. But as you notice, there's water there and there's no water here. So when they jumped off, they died. So that's why they call it Suicide Cliff. Now this is the famous beach. It's called the Old Man by the Sea. Now, can anyone see the old man here?
Yeah,
over there. It's not me. Okay, so you can see the rock structure right here. It's an old man. It's just a great attraction as well for Saipan. Obian Beach, beautiful beach, and this Kalili Beach. It was not to get it confused with a Filipino term for armpit. This is Kalili Beach, not Kalili Beach. This beach is famous because it was named after a congressman. And this is the micro beach. This is where all the micro games are held, and all the sports events such as the triathlons and Xterra and Tagaman events are held. This outer cove, Saipan is an island, so there are a lot of fishermen, and this is where they dock. It's a beautiful place, and it is also one of the reasons that attracts a lot of people. So that's it. That's an overview of Saipan, and hope you enjoyed my presentation.
Okay.